All rise. Judge Bunderby Court is now in session. Judge's case number JVB1055, Scott case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Mrs. Scott, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Your Honor, I am just really tired of my husband not doing things that he should be doing, such as spending quality time with me and our 17-year-old daughter.
Okay.
He's just not coming up to par, and frankly, I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of it.
All right. So you all have a 17-year-old daughter.
Yes.
And you're tired of him not spending quality time with you and your daughter.
That's right.
I can totally understand that. Now, what does that have to do with me?
Well, I want a divorce.
You want a divorce because of that? You want to put him on child support because of that?
Today's legal showdown gets messy. Mrs. Scott has had enough. She's fed up with her retired military husband, Mr. Scott, for not taking her out and barely spending time with her 17-year-old daughter. And now, she's asking for both a divorce and child support. The twist: this man has been the family's rock for decades, just retired after 50 years of service, and suddenly he's in court because she's bored. Judge Vonderby wastes no time cutting through the emotions and getting to the logic. But is Mrs. Scott being petty, or is there something deeper going on? What starts as a breakup quickly turns into a full-blown courtroom reality check. And trust me, you won't believe how it ends.
He is the provider of our home, and absolutely, I want child support.
He's the provider of your home and you just want to get rid of him like that?
I just feel
Because
like,
you're being petty and in your feelings?
well, I feel like we've just grown apart, and I'm just tired of him not making me happy. He doesn't take me out. We don't do fun things anymore. And frankly, I'm bored.
Oh, okay. Mr. Scott, why are you boring this woman to death over here?
I'm not really sure why I'm here.
Honestly, I'm not sure why you're here either. It sounds like she's just in her feelings right now because you're not spending time with her and your 17-year-old daughter. And you know, that's not what court is for. We don't just place people on child support because we're in our feelings.
I recently retired. I'm tired. I worked 50 years. And
Judge Vonda starts questioning the very foundation of this case. If Mr. Scott is financially stable, the main provider, free of any criminal issues, and clearly not a deadbeat, then what exactly are we doing here? Mrs. Scott isn't claiming neglect, abuse, or abandonment. Her complaint is boring. But here's the real question. Can emotional boredom be a legal reason for child support? Should a lack of romance be enough to land someone in family court?
Well,
And sir, can you spend some more time with your 17-year-old daughter?
when she's home, I'm more than willing to do that. But she's 17 years old.
Right.
I mean, she has a life, friends, a phone, and I'm available.
I can definitely understand that. I can definitely understand that. Mrs. Scott, let's not be petty. Don't do that. There is no reason to come to court and divorce this man, place him on child support, especially if you say he's a provider. He seems like he's a good man, retired military. He takes care of you, obviously. You look beautiful. So I don't think this is the right route that you need to go. Most people that come in this court get put on child support because they either deserve to be put on it or they were doing something they didn't have any business doing when it comes down to not taking care of their kids.
This explains a lot. Mr. Scott likely spent decades in highly structured environments, often deployed overseas, missing birthdays and holidays, all in service to his country. Now he's retired, probably trying to adjust to civilian life, and suddenly his wife wants more excitement. This moment hits hard. It's not just about child support. It's about what happens after the mission ends. Is this emotional neglect, or just the rocky process of transitioning back to family life?
I feel like I'm in my feelings because it's important in a relationship for there to be wonderful things happening. We have to find ways to keep our relationship healthy and strong and moving forward. We can't just stand still
Now I
and
feel
be
like a counselor.
stagnant. I mean, he's got to come up, he's got to do more.
Mr. Scott, can you assure Mrs. Scott that you're going to do more so you do not have to come in this courtroom and be placed on child support for a 17-year-old child?
I think her concern is it cannot solely be a burden for me. We have to work together.
I agree. I agree.
Yes.
You like that? I like that. That touched my heart.
Then comes a golden courtroom moment. Judge Vonda reminds everyone that court is not your emotional diary. It's not where you go because the date night stopped or your partner won't binge Netflix with you. If there's no abuse, no neglect, no tangible harm, dragging someone to court is more about revenge than justice. But here's the blurry line. At what point does emotional unhappiness become a legal issue? Judge Vonda draws that line in bold mark.
So, can I go ahead and dismiss this case and put people on child support that need to be on here?
Yes.
Thank you. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed and good luck to you.
The turning point comes when Mrs. Scott admits she still loves her husband, and Mr. Scott says, "We must work together." Even Judge Vonda's heart softens. This stops being a child support fight and turns into a couple in crisis moment. In a rare twist, the courtroom becomes a place of reconciliation instead of revenge. The verdict: case dismissed. No child support. No divorce. Just a much-needed wake-up call for two people stuck in routine. So, was Mrs. Scott out of line? Or did she have a valid point about needing more in a marriage?
In the Scott case. The Scott case was very cute, but it also had some petty elements to it, right? So wife was mad at her husband. He wasn't spending any time with her. He wasn't spending any time with their 17-year-old daughter. She said she had grown bored of their relationship. Well, you also saw that they made up, right? It's never going to be a good basis, guys, to come to court because you are in your feelings. It's very petty, and quite frankly, court is not the place for it. You really want to come to court based on good grounds. You know, one parent is not supporting the children like they're supposed to, or, you know, anything along those lines. But just remember, don't